Welcome to the live stream, everyone. It's good to see everyone. Today, we will talk about the top 3 best narratives in crypto. And we will go over, how you can maximize your gains by positioning your portfolio, in these narratives, and how much of, in percentage wise, you should allocate in each narrative. Now, before we get into that, let's just go into the chat. It's good to see you, 230, my friend Jobin. Good to see you, Jason, Hector, Justin. I don't even know how to pronounce your name. Moby, good to see you. Tony, good to see you. Hand, Miffy, still. How's everyone doing today, bro? This is a public stream, right? Or am I tripping? K Crypto, how you doing, my friend? Just my 2 Satoshis, how you doing, my friend? It's good to see you in here as well. Crypto God, good to see you. Now let's go over the first narrative. It's a bit boring. It's Sunday today, isn't it? I keep forgetting it's Sunday. I keep thinking it's Saturday. I keep thinking it's Saturday. DCA is coming very, very soon. Walaikum salam, Sam. Andreas, how you doing, my friend? Push the likes. Drop a like on the stream, guys. I would appreciate it a lot. Mr. Fantastico, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, DCA is coming very soon. It's coming very soon. Just a few more days. Mr. Khalid, good to see you as well. Market's very boring today. Let's just go over Bitcoin. It's staggering between 59 to 60K. It just keeps going up, down, up, down. This is what happened in the markets right now. The markets right now is extremely boring. Cookie, how you doing, my friend? It's good to see you as well. Omar, good to see you. Walaikum salam to everyone. The market is going to be boring up until the rate cuts. I think the market will most likely pump on the announcements of the rate cuts and then have a massive sell-off, because historically, rate cuts have always been bearish. There's not many scenarios where rate cuts have been bullish. They're bullish long term, but in the short term, the market does sell off just based on uncertainty. The reason the Fed is cutting rates is because something is slowing down. The economy is slowing down. This is why rate cuts are always like this. The best thing to do now is to position yourself in USDT, and just wait for the coming dip. This is what the best thing. This is the best advice I can give to everyone. Just position in USDT at the moment. There's too much uncertainty. If you've been buying since March, you're just gonna have to hold, or just completely leave the markets for a bit. If you got no more USDT, and you can't fathom your portfolio going down a bit more, the best advice is just completely close your portfolio or your wallets and come back in about 3-4 months time, because whenever the Fed does cut rates, it has to be a scenario where they're ready to boost the economy, they're ready to go into QE, and this is what we need to wait for in order to see an alt season. The Fed has to go into QE. That's it. G's like Batman, he got a bunch of nemesis. Merkel, good to see you as well, my friend. I saw interesting picture today. Every time a yield curve, yep. And this is another thing, right? Whenever the yield curve does get uninverted, it always means that there always been a recession following, and the yield curve, has already uninverted. I think it was a week ago. This is why when you see these little dead pumps in the market, when it goes from like 55K, 54K, whatever the case was, back up to 60K, and everyone starts putting the bull market hat on, they end up getting wrecked. It's a very common thing, right? That we rally into the rate cuts before selling off. You can go look at 2019 as a prime example of when we had rate cuts, and a prime example of when the market sold off after the rate cuts. So the best thing to do now is to position yourself in USDT. That's exactly right. It just takes a second, boys. Smash the like button. I would appreciate it. Super good to see you as well, my friend. I like your macro analysis. Thank you very much. The gamble was in AI powered signal, only 25K total supply, could skyrocket because of the low supply and AI narrative. What's it called? VROX. VRX. My friend, this is a dead now. This is a dead coin, bro. This is basically a rug pull. Doesn't matter about the low supply. Look at the look. Just look at the volume. The volume is $1,000. There's no point buying this, bro. This is basically a gamble. I wouldn't even buy it. There's not enough liquidity for you to buy. Minato, good to see you as well, buddy. What is my thoughts on Casper? I think Casper is a phenomenal project. I think it will perform. It will give you a 10x, and maybe between. My base case with Casper is anywhere between a 5 to a 15x is possible for Casper. That is my base case for Casper. If there's people giving you outlandish price predictions like $10, $20. That's not going to happen this bull run. And I would not take the risk of holding Casper, especially if you make a decent amount of money in the bull run, in order to hold it into the next bear market. I don't think that's a smart idea, because the last bull run, if you was around last bull run, you would have known that Cardano had the same cult like mentality like Casper people have now. And they were saying, the same thing, that Cardano is going to be the next big thing, is gonna flip Ethereum, blah 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 blah. All that bullshit they were saying, the same thing Casper people are saying now. And look at Cardano now, is dead now. The same thing will happen maybe to Casper the next bull market, because there's always going to be something newer that people are going to go to. There's always a new shiny gem that people will go to. Eventually, when Casper becomes, not profitable when people mine it, people will go look for something else, and miners play a massive role in the success of a project. This is why I don't advise anyone to hold their Casper past this bull run. If you got a large bag in Casper, you should aim to take profits a lot quicker than what most people would do. This is what the smart people do. This is what the YouTubers do. They tell you Casper's going to go to $10, $20, but I guarantee you they will start taking profits at $1, $2, maybe $2.50. They'll probably be completely out by $2.5, because they got large bags. They don't need to wait for the crazy numbers they giving out to you guys. They want you guys to be the bag holders while they dump on you. What is your thoughts on Blender? I do not like Blender as a project, my friend. I don't know why. I don't know who's shilling Blender, but the reason I don't like Blender personally is because there's four, five Twitter shillers that was more or less shilling this with their life. This is the next best project. This is going to do 1,000x, blah blah blah, all that bullshit. And then out of the blue, randomly, all four of them decided to become bearish and started calling this a scam. This is why we're just seeing this consistently dump. Apart from the market as well, obviously. But the people that were shilling this, they're no longer bullish on this, because they only wanted you guys to pump their bags before they sold. This is why they kept saying you guys to buy. And then when they fully got out, they started calling this a shit coin, and they started calling it, a scam. I don't know why people would even buy this. These are the type of projects that come around during the narrative hype. So, for example, when AI and DePIN was the main narrative, which is one of the narratives I will be talking about today, that was one of the main narratives during January, February hype. And this is when this project launched, around those times. So these come out during the narrative hype. If this didn't perform as well as it did, I guarantee you this would have rugged by now. The same thing happens to a lot of other projects. They come out with 100% in circulation to make it look more attractive to investors. They come out with no docs team. They have a basic product that you can just mine. That's it. It's not really hard to do. And then a bunch of people pump it, and now all of a sudden people think it's the best project in the world. But I don't really like Blender, my friend. I don't really advise anyone to even hold this project. It's one of those that comes around during the narrative hype, and after that it just disappears. That's it. This project will survive. But just look how active they are on the. This should be a clear sign to you guys that the last time they posted anything was the 23rd of August. The time before that was the 8th of August. Just look at the time frame. There's no development going on here. There's nothing. The only thing these guys are probably waiting for now is probably just a pump. They spend 50K to buy back the tokens. Okay, that's completely fine. That's tokens they sold anyways. I'm not really bullish on this project, but look, they're active like every couple of weeks on the Twitter. Shows they got nothing to develop, bro. There's nothing to develop on these type of projects. They just slowly mined. People use it for a bit. People pump it up, and then I don't know why people get bullish on it. These projects are not building anything sufficient. They're not using. It's just basic DePIN projects. Like I guarantee you, after this bull run, this will probably get rugged. There's not even no doc team behind it. DexNet. Let's have a look at DexNet. $1.2 million market cap. Boy, look at the fully diluted to the market cap. That's 180x away. What the fuck? That's ridiculous. This is. Let's have a look at the website. Decentralized autonomous security. They got a node. I know you can't buy the node because they probably don't even have it. Oh, they got a docs team as well. Okay. Well, look at their roadmap. Their roadmap is fucking ass. Beta testing decentralized storage, start of sale, eSIMs. Yeah, I'm not buying this, bro. This just looks like a massive scam. What the fuck is this? Yeah, I wouldn't buy this, my friend. This just looks awful, man. Tristan, good to see you, my friend. Creo just announced a partnership with Super. Those guys don't start building. That's a good partnership. That is. That's a very good partnership. I am up on my sensei bag. Hopefully it pulls back though. I cannot stop it. My friend, that is the good mentality to have. Sensei will do extremely well in the bull run. Let's go over the first narrative that can do really well. Now, we all know AI and DePIN is going to perform well. AI has performed well literally in 2022, 2023, and is done well in 2024. Is arguably the future and is ever developing. Every single the big companies, Apple, Microsoft, Google, all of these companies, Nvidia, these guys are aiming to develop AI. As they develop more and more stuff, it creates more hype within the cryptoverse. When Nvidia kept going higher and higher, all these AI and DePIN projects within crypto went parabolic. This is all it takes for a narrative to go parabolic. All it needs is some sort of, something needs to happen within the real world for that narrative to go crazy. And there's going to be plenty, I think. We've got the likes of, just for example, just a new chat GPT, or they make some sort of new robot or something. Anything as little as that can trigger a bull run, an AI DePIN bull run within the crypto space. Or, for example, if Microsoft, Google, or any of those decided to add AI to their name, that is all it takes. That's the type of catalyst that it takes to cause a decent bull run, in the AI and narrative. That's all it takes. I think AI and DePIN will be the top performer of this bull run. And it's shown, for the past 3 years, it's shown that is true. It's pumped massively in 2022, massively in 2023, and massively in 2024. And there's always newer projects developing in AI. AI is going to develop forever. I think it's going to be part of our society at some point. You got AI tools now that makes your life easier. there's going to be more and better AI tools coming. So that is the first narrative. This is one that I would consider putting more in your portfolio than the other narratives. Let's go back into the chat now. Joey, good to see you as well, my friend. Buy now or wait. My friend, you have to wait after the rate cuts. G-Man, walaikum salam, good to see you. The Blender's 30 million. I always think that you can buy such a project with this. But look, that's a very good explanation. There's no reason for you to buy Blender at $13 million in market cap, very poor trading volume. 13 million is quite high. Average exchanges, Mexi, Bitmart is terrible. Look at the volume on Bitmart, 4 grand. That's awful. Mexi, Gate, tier 3 exchanges. When you can buy Alt, which is approximately like 5 million more than this project, but the project is like worlds apart. I would rather buy Alt, a million times over than Blender. Just compare the two projects. One project is successful and doesn't need to dump their own tokens in order to stay afloat. They earn $12 million annually. They got big companies that's utilizing their products. They support the BNB chain for their storage. There's Google, Microsoft grants, access to open AI now because they're very close with Microsoft. Microsoft has become a validator for Alt. So they're running a bunch of super nodes. That's massive for the ecosystem and for the sustainability of Alt. This is the thing, right? There is some projects in crypto that doesn't need the blockchain, but they're here for money grab. The problem with the best thing about Alt is they need the blockchain, they need the miners, they need the Alt, they need all of these stuff because the nodes is what keeps the project running. The more nodes they have, the more decentralized they become. The more their products will work. So they need the blockchain. You got the likes of Karate Combat, which is a company outside of crypto that doesn't need the blockchain and doesn't need the token. The token does not benefit anyone holding karate. The only thing that is good for is betting. And that's getting less and less rewarded as time goes on. More tokens come in circulation, the rewards get smaller and smaller. And if you look at a project like Karate, for example, you have to look at the vesting schedule, the allocations. Karate has 80-90% of the tokens in the hands of early investors. How is a project like that sustainable? And how is a project like that going to pump? The vesting schedule is very important for a project. Yes, projects like Blender, like the one that Alex Becker shows, those are good, to some degree because they have 100% in circulation. But then it's held by like the same 5 wallets. So that's too risky, especially when the team is not doxed. I wouldn't trust a project with 100% in circulation, but then, the tokens held by like 5 different wallets. They can dump on you anytime they want. They can change the contract. Of course they can. There's no dox team behind it. There's no one how reliable if they do rug it. This is why dox teams are very important, because if you rug a project and your face is behind it, no one will ever trust you again. People will come and chase you. They can send you to court. There's a bunch of different scenarios that could play out. But if there's no dox team, no one behind it, they could rug it and no one would know who it is. That's why you have to be very careful, bro. These type of projects like Blender, you have to put a very small percentage, like a trade or something that you don't mind dying. That's the way you gotta treat it. Or is a registered company with 2 US patents. You have to be legit in order to get patents. So the best advice I can give all of you guys is do not look to buy every single project. Look to only accumulate the best project. Your portfolio shouldn't be 30 projects, 40 projects. Your portfolio should be 10, 12, 15 projects max, but just increase your allocations. That's how you make more money in crypto than spreading 200, 300, 500 across 30, 40 different projects. You are not going to make much money doing that. If you just put 2K minimum in every single project you hold, you will walk away at the end of the bull run with more money. And it's hard to keep track of 30, 40 projects in a bull run. This is why your portfolio should be a lot smaller and cater to only 10 to 15 projects, depending on the size of your portfolio, obviously. but you want to get more allocations into the best project. Can Tectum reach 1K, my friend? No, it cannot reach 1K. Not this bull run, at least. No, Blender isn't doxed. I don't think Blender's ever been doxed, my friend. The same website. They haven't really done anything. The only reason people even brought this was only because of this. Literally because of this. But there's no team behind Blender, my friend. Look at their roadmap. They haven't even updated the roadmap yet. They're still in phase 1 and everything. Do be very careful with these type of projects. Who uses SafePower wallet? Fuck off, man. Why do we have a scammer in here, bro? Ban this guy from the chat. NMT is not too bad. I personally would not hold it, but it's not too bad. 55 people watching, only 28 likes. Boys, smash up the like button. Let's get to 100 likes this stream. My friend, Recall is one of the best RWA tokens, maybe 100. No, bro, WeCoin is not going to do 1000x, bro. I don't know who's telling you WeCoin is going to do 100 to 500x. No, that's not the case, bro. I don't know if you're only liking WeCoin because of the market cap. The only thing attractive about WeCoin is the market cap. The team behind this is not capable. The website is decent. Nothing, there's nothing sufficient about these guys are not tokenizing anything big. These guys are only doing the lower stuff. They've got like 2 properties, and that's it. And you can actually go. I don't know if they still sold out or not, but this is a different company to Reset. I think is WeCoin is the utility token. Then you have another business which is linked to it. It's called I forgot what it was called. It might be Reset. Where's their properties? They had oh, there's the guy. Yeah, there's the CEO. It's not too bad. Look, WeCoin is not too bad, but it's not going to give you 100 to 500x. Look at their roadmap. Automation, small contracts, international expansion, US, America, bro, like Europe. They have like 2 websites. I don't know if I can find the websites or not. Did they get rid of it? Go to that. There he is. This is what I told the team to do. Is add the Bitcoin mining. This is what made this project pump a little bit. They have like a few properties now. They're tokenizing bikes and stuff, carbon credits as well. Payout 10%. Yeah, WeCoin's not too bad, bro. It's not going to do anything like 100 to 2. It's possible. It's possible. But this is a project that has not a lot of money. So there's not many people, first of all, marketing this project. The marketing for this project is the bare minimum, right? And then at the same time, they don't really have that type of presence where a lot of people talk about them. So it would do like a 10, 20, 30, 40x. When it comes to the 100 to 500x, very, very unlikely, my friend. Very, very unlikely. This is not a project that can do crazy amounts of numbers unless they pay a bunch of people to market, which I don't think they have the money for that. No, they've given Mexi a decent amount of tokens in order to get the exchange listing. But it's not going to do a 100 to 500x. Don't just market cap hunt and look at the market cap and think it's going to go parabolic. Look at the trading volume. It's awful. Not many people are interested in WeCoin. It's been around for a long time, my friend. I was talking about WeCoin back in last year, summer last year. And I did like a 30x on this from the lows. It did a very decent amount of pump. And a lot of people are finding about this now, but it's pointless now. This is the only reason people... This was like a few 100K market cap or 100K market cap. Probably less than that. It was tiny when I was talking about this. Over time, dilution came into play and you missed out the gains. Now it's going to be a lot harder for this to do anything sufficient. People only like this just based on the market cap. That's it. But there's no point market cap onto it. I don't think that's wise. Buy AGI or AI tech now or wait till the rate cuts. My friend, you have to wait till the rate cuts. I'm thinking about whether to ask you for a gem analysis, but I think I'll leave it for the private group. Nice to see you. No problem, my friend. Just send it there. I'll have a look at it. AJ, how you doing, my friend? Southflex, good to see you as well, buddy. I'm chilling, man. How are you? Started training Sensei Replica. Hope he'll do my work for me. I think that's a good idea, my friend. Jason, good to see you as well. Sensei is very strong. Yeah, Sensei is doing really, really well. Despite the market having a little dump, Sensei is doing fairly well. It's still up, still pumping. Look at this. It's holding up fairly well. It's a very, very good project. And it's only going to improve as time goes on. Skiller's good to see you. 35 likes. Damn. You guys really don't like me, huh? Am I still bullish on G Swift? Am I still bullish? I am bullish on G Swift, yes. I think G Swift is not bad. They've been doing some very good updates. They fixed the tokenomics, which was one of the good things. But now the market cap for G Swift is a lot higher than what it used to be. It's like 20 million. It could do like a 20x, I think. It's possible. I think they've been doing a lot of work though. They partnered with Fetch AI. Now they're aiming to bring AI into the gaming sphere as well. So if you guys look at this, partner with Fetch AI integration with AI with gaming, develop the first game launcher that's not only supports gameplay but also monetizes computing power after sessions. So they going into the DePIN narrative as well now. So AI, this is like a AI gaming project now. You can think of it like that. Build decentralized AI marketplace, connect AI developers with gamers contributing power. It's very, very smart what they're doing right now. And the fact they're using Fetch AI is a good idea as well. So G Swift is still bullish, yes. The only thing is the market cap is a bit high. If the market cap was lower, I would buy G Swift. I bought this ages ago, bro. And it did like a decent pump for me, like a 10x or something. And then I took profits on this. Yahuza, good to see you as well, my friend. Huve, good to see you, buddy. How you doing? Will, good to see you. What's my views on AXGT? I don't like that project, bro. I think I've been asked that like 10 times. I think all could do anywhere between 700 million all the way to like 5 billion, depending on if miners adopt it. If miners adopt all, it could go anywhere between 2 to 5 billion. If it doesn't get mass adopted by miners and only miners do slowly adopt it, it will still do anywhere between 700 to like 1.2 billion. That's what my base case is for all. Especially once people catch on the partnerships, and a lot of people are just sleeping on the markets now. Everyone's bored. No one wants to look for new gems. Everyone's portfolio is down. Eventually, when the market starts lifting up, people are going to start looking for new gems, and that's when alt will emerge, and Sensei as well. I don't really like Rejuve. I don't think it's a scam just based on the fact that it's part of the AGI ecosystem. So it can't be a scam. They're just too much early investors in Rejuve. Most of the AGIX ecosystem had the worst vesting schedule and tokenomics. This is why they haven't done well at all. What? I sold my blender for Octa and Dynex, and those are bad choice to you. What AI DePIN projects would you recommend? 50 to 100x, around 20 to 40 million. My friend, you went from bad to worse. I can tell you that. You went from bad to worse. And in terms of AI DePIN, 20 to 40 million, you could, or is DePIN as well, by the way. It's not DePIN with a sense where it's only DePIN. It's AI DePIN and storage. So they have a data center as well now. Well, there's a data center in China. They partner with a data center in China. But the AI the data hub starts at the end of this month, if not early October. So this is AI DePIN and storage. So you could class this. I got AI tech as a DePIN project. That's pure. Well, it's not really pure DePIN, but people look at it as more DePIN than AI. But this is obviously higher market cap. That's the thing. The problem with Okta and Dynex is they're both broke. They don't have the money to market themselves, nor they have the money to pay for exchanges. So if you want to buy Okta and Dynex, you should only expect a 5 to 10x on your money, my friend. Only a 5 to 10x. And I can tell you why. I mean, during the last crazy mania hype of the AI and DePIN, February and January, this didn't really pump. It only pumped like 2x. That's it. Dynex didn't even do that. Dynex randomly started pumping in March when AI and DePIN was done and RWA was pumping. So I don't really like any of those projects. Focus on Alt and Sensei. That will give you more returns. AI and DePIN pump together. So it doesn't matter which one you hold. You can hold AI or DePIN. They'll pump basically in the same month. I thought AI tech, you would see blue chip next bull because of the data center. You don't think the two will stay around for the? I think they'll stay around for sure. But I prefer AGI as a blue chip over AI tech. Because like the thing with AGI is they've already locked up their tokens for an extra 2.5 years, the team's tokens, which is very good. AI tech done the same, but they never gave a date of when they're going to do it. But once the data center's live, I think AI tech can be a blue chip as well. I can see both of them doing really well. Guess good to see you, my friend, as well. If Carrot goes below 20 cents, I'm selling one kidney. Yeah, Carrot is fundamentally a good project, my friend. Carrot is, as I think Carrot will do well, just based on the fact that a bunch of shillers talk about it. Alex Becker, the other one, there's a few other ones that talk about Carrot. It also caters in the AI narrative, even though most people look at this as gaming. You know, some of these projects cater to different narratives, but they don't pump with the narrative, so you can't really class them. For example, Minlayer is a BRC20 token, but they claim to do RWA. But if you go look back in March, Minlayer was dumping when all RWA coins were pumping. So no one really looks at Minlayer as RWA. That's why you have to be very careful, you know, doing narratives, putting them side by side. If they don't pump with a narrative, then no one really sees that as a narrative. Then they could point in their website all they want. It makes no difference. You know, AGI was AI in gaming, but he didn't pump with gaming, he pumped with AI. So no one looks as AGI as a gaming project, they look at it as an AI project. My friend, the answer is no. You should not be buying any of those shit coins. And I'm good to see you, buddy. How you doing? Bushman, how you doing? Yo, Prez! Big Prez is here now. Prez, how you been, my friend? It's been a long time, my friend. How you been? It's good to see Prez in here, bro. With Alt's recent token ban partnerships, major players like DAO, how do you develop position during the next crypto bull run? How do you think these developments will position Alt? I think, like I said, I think Alt will do really, really well. I can see it outperforming a bunch of other AI DePIN projects. Why? Because it hasn't experienced the bull run just yet. It's brand new. Most people don't know. They haven't caught up on it yet. People are more worried about the existing bags continuously going down. They're not worried about finding new gems. But when the narrative takes in and kicks in, people will start looking for newer coins that can give them good money. And this is where Alt is going to stand out. Hold G-Swift game in September into Immunity. Ivo, make sure Immunity is a small percentage of your portfolio. Do you think they're outperforming other decentralized cloud in terms of adoption? And it's already got adoption, yes. I think it's already outperforming a bunch of other. If you look at most AI projects, they don't even earn that much money because no one's utilizing their product. So in terms of adoption, Alt has already won that scenario. So yeah. It's already, I think, look, on their storage side, they said there's like 10,000 customers. So you can only imagine how much more customers they're going to get once the data hub is live. Prez, I'm happy to see you in here, my friend. Very happy to see you in here, bro. Who's big on carrot? Alex Becker. Alex Becker, my friend. Present the house indeed, bro. Should I swap my open GPU for all? Would you exposure to both? OGPU, if it does survive, it can do well, but that's only if it survives. So far, it is surviving, but somehow no one wants to sell. Look at the volume. The volume's awful, but no one wants to sell. So let's see. Let's see. I personally would not put my money into this just based on the fact that I don't know if it's going to survive, to the end of the year. If it does, it will do well. That's the thing. It's a 50-50 guess. If you can do it, that's fine. I personally do not like it. So it depends. Dynex is amazing. Scooped up more OTK today under 2.7. People price to and probably won't go that low. It could. It depends how much we dip. It will go down, but then it will recover very quickly. Rise stream prediction 5, no way near, my friend. I don't think rise stream will go on that high. If Sensei goes to 1 million, we should meet up in Dubai. I'm already going to be in the Bible. What's my take on Parcel? The only thing I don't like about Parcel, and the only reason people even like this project, is the fact that it's on Solana, bro. There's a bunch of people trying to jump on the Solana bandwagon, and I don't really see the benefits of doing that now. If you look at the tokenomics for this project, it's not the best. If you go look at the allocations for the project, I don't know if you can see or not. Let's go in the documents. It might be on the documents. Where is the tokenomics? Let's have a look. But there's like 40-50% of the supply held by early investors. Now, there's some benefits to this project. For example, you have the likes of Coinbase that's invested into this. So we could see this on Coinbase at some point, which is pretty good to see. Now, the only thing I don't like about this is the vesting schedule. That is it. The vesting schedule for this is completely awful. It's like literally 45-50% early investors, which is a massive red flag, because yes, the project might be good, but if that much of the supply is catered to early investors and they all come out, in a very short period of time, it's not really going to be worth the investment, is it? It will perform, but then, how much can it perform with all those early investors taking profits? That's the only concern with Parcel. It's not a bad project though. The market cap is higher as well. Keep that in mind. It's already on the major exchanges. Coinbase, it's on OKX, Bybit, Crypto.com. It's all literally on all the good exchanges. The most this can do now is get a Coinbase listing, and that's it. Mini Gems AI. I'm not even gonna look into that. What are your Mini Gems AI that you're waiting for good returns? What do you mean? What does that even mean? Okay, let's go over the next narrative, bro. Let's talk about the second narrative. Now, the second best narrative, I think, in the crypto space, that's the most undervalued narrative, is going to be RWA. Now, there's so many people sleeping on RWA. I don't know why. I think RWA is one of the most unsaturated narratives in the crypto space. There is not many projects in the RWA narrative, and there's only very few low cap ones. So you could literally buy any project in the narrative, and when the narrative takes off, it will pump and you will be in profits. But we want to buy the best ones. That's the whole point, right? But the RWA narrative, there's probably 150 to 200 tokens max. That is not a lot. Most of them are high caps. That's been established for a while now from last cycle. They will pump, of course. But unlike gaming and some of these other narratives that have thousands of different projects, RWA is not saturated, and it's something that BlackRock is, aiming to tokenize everything. So that in itself And BlackRock is heavy in crypto now. And if Trump wins, Larry Finks is going to be the secretary of crypto or whatever, something along those lines. So that gives already RWA projects an advantage if Trump wins. Larry Finks likes tokenization. He'll probably talk about it more. And BlackRock runs pretty much controls everything in terms of companies and how much stakes they own in every big company. Of course, tokenization is going to develop, and there's a lot of benefits to it as well. There's big companies that's worth billions talking about tokenization now. Eventually, it is going to slowly come into play, and is a market that's apparently supposed to be worth trillions over the years. So buying RWA coins is one of the best things you can do now, long term and short term. It's been one of the best performing sectors the last 4 or 5 months because people are starting to catch on now. So RWA should be the second biggest position in your portfolio. That's what I think. Slap the like button. AI is the best narrative. RWA very early and has to be mature. Gaming is very oversaturated. Memes that perform the best 24 so far. AI is the best. I mean, the problem, you say that, but who really got into the best memes? Memes outperform, yes, but a meme coin launches and does a 20x. That's not really outperforming because you didn't get into that. So, I don't really believe that, my friend. There's thousands of memes. The problem is there's thousands of memes, and the likely chances of you holding any of them is very unlikely. The chances of you finding the one that does 100x, 200x is also unlikely because there's thousands and thousands of them. So I don't really believe memes is the best narrative. I don't believe that because you will make money in memes, but you also lose money in memes. That's the thing. Whereas AI, if you buy at the right time, you'll make money regardless. Whereas memes, because there's so many different ones, you don't even know which one to buy, which one's going to do the best. New memes come and replace the old ones. This is what happens. With AI, there's only few good AI projects, so you know which ones to buy and hold. That's why I don't believe memes, although it's always going to be a top narrative, but the likely chances of people making money in memes is very low. The only way you can make money in memes is if you got a bunch of insider, because you can do one-on-one meme and then you put it into the next couple and they're all my rug. That's the problem. Immunity had a nice dip, picked up a bit. Nice. How about cross network with the upcoming Polkadot? My friend, listen, the Polkadot ecosystem is dead. Crust is fucking dead. Polkadot's dead. Crust is dead. I would not be holding. Storage in general is dead. Storage is dead. And all is not storage, is more AI and DePIN and storage as well. They do all three. Whereas Crust is only storage. Storage, I would hold nothing. Personally, I would never hold anything on Polkadot. Then I would not hold storage project. If I do hold any storage, it would only be Arweave. That's it. Everything else is just dead and just not performing. Perfect, Ivo. If it has to be 1% or lower, that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. 89 Gs are live with the G of crypto. Smash the like, boys. Share the video with your friends and family. Let's pump this channel. Prez, I appreciate you, my friend. If you haven't smashed the like button already, I would appreciate it. All it takes is 2 seconds, and that's it. NMT, I just said NMT is decent, my friend. And Oryx, I've not looked into it. Let's have a look into Oryx. Oh, is this Oryx chain index? It could do well. It could do well. If Oryx chain performs, this will also perform, my friend. This is the dex for Oryx chain, then it will do well. If it's the main dex, obviously. There's probably multiple chains. I don't know. If there's multiple dexes, then either of them could perform. But if this is the only one, as Oryx chain does well, this will also perform with it. If it's okay, yeah, no problem, Hans. What's your thoughts on ICNX, on gaming? Also, see guys not up on the investments. Maybe a good time to enter. Let's have a look at ICNX. ICNX is not too bad. It's very low in market cap now. It's dumped significantly. And I don't know how much the early investors are up. Let's just have a look now. If the early investors are up on the investment, then it's not worth the investment at all. Yeah, so the seed guys are down on the investments. The only thing I do not like about this project is this 60% of the supply that's not tracked is in 5 wallets with no vesting schedule, and they can dump anytime they want. This is why I have never touched this project. But these guys get their tokens every day, so as soon as it goes above 5 cents, they will just dump it back down. Now, because this is a micro cap, it can do really well. And the vesting isn't that harsh either. It's not the worst. Yeah, about 1x, just over 2x dilution. So this is not a bad time to maybe grab a small percentage of your portfolio in this project. It's not too bad, but it's like I don't really like the car racing narrative, bro. There's like so many of them now. All games. There's like 2 other ones that launched the other day. So I don't know how well that narrative could do. If you want to get like a small percentage of your portfolio, then it's fine. If you're gonna buy it, my friend, you have to DCA. Do I think OpsPeg will? I think OpsPeg will come back because Alex Becker shows it. That's it. Otherwise, it's very unlikely to come back. Used to have AIPG, wrapped it for TET. Will it recover? TET will definitely recover. AIPG is shit. To be honest with you, I would never buy AIPG. Free, yeah. Make me free, bro. Good to see you, Anna, my friend. Blockchain, how you doing, buddy? It's good to see you. TradFi is coming on chain. Exactly. That's a no-brainer. That's exactly right, Crypto God. Apparently, another Trump assassination. Is that true? I haven't been on Twitter, but that's crazy, that is. Fucking hell, they're trying to get rid of that guy, bro. Wait, is it true? Nearly shot again a golf course. What the fuck? Let me go on Twitter right now. Boys, listen. If you haven't followed me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter. Oh, yeah, shit. Look, gunshots fired at Donald Trump's golf course where he's golfing, but he is safe and campaigned. That's crazy. They're really trying to kill him. Let's see if the market's pumping like last time. Where's the Bitcoin? Nah, Bitcoin's not pumping. Last time when Trump got shot, the market started pumping. Follow me on Twitter, guys. I've been posting regularly on here now. Before I wasn't really active, but now it's a different story. I'm active on Twitter now. The link is in the description of this video. Fuck is all this? How do I go to my page? Fuck it. Anyways, don't I think prop base is being slept on? I think so. I think prop base is pretty good, my friend. Trump really shot again. I really like Miria and Aero, my biggest bags. Miria is decent. Aero is pretty decent as well. Other influencers telling the RWA will only do 10 to 20x is for the next cycle, but for this one, what do you think? I mean, I don't think that's logical, because if you just look at most RWA projects, pretty much this year, most of them done at 10x when we haven't even had the alt season yet. So for them to say that, I don't really think that's probable. I mean, Relio has done 200x since the lows. He's done a 30x since last year. So I don't know what I don't know what these influencers are talking about, bro. Just look at RWA in general. SMT has done 100x. So these guys just catch on to it late, and then they say he's only going to do a 10x. Yes, it's going to do 10x if you buy here, but if you're buying down here like 2-3 cents, it's going to do like 50, 60x, 100x for you. It's all about when you buy these coins, my friends. These guys buy late because they don't believe. This is when I told people to buy RWA. I mean SMT. during the FTX crash. It was like 1.1 cent or some shit. And it went on to do over 100x. It all depends on when you buy these narratives. It's not about when if you buy most of them now, of course, most of them have gone to do significant X's. Big E32, how you doing, my friend? How you doing? I'll make an RWA stream at some point. Well, Salam, hey, how you doing, my friend? You don't have much more to say, Solana. You are the Solana gem founder, my friend. I hope more Solana coins comes out. I guarantee you'll find all of them. They're really trying to kill Trump, bro. It's crazy. Maniki is the best meme coin to invest into. Organic growth, no pump and dump. I don't like. Yeah, that's one of the. That's actually very true with Maniki. The thing is, no one actually pumps and dumps Maniki. It's a very organic growth. Christian, I appreciate the 6, my friend. €6. Happy Sunday. Let's smash the like. Wait, how do I go onto that chat? Where's it gone? Smash the like for my favorite YouTuber, Christian. I appreciate you, my friend. Appreciate the 2. Appreciate the 6 as well. Is that 6 as well? I'm so far up the chat. I haven't even got to your super chat yet, Christian. I appreciate it though, buddy. Do not sleep in RWA, guys. A lot of people will say most RWA will do a 10x, but they all did a 10x in 1 month. If you go look at most RWA projects, they're done between an 8 to 12x in the space of a month. In a bull run, just think double, triple. So we'll do a 10, 20, 30. Oh, we're going to do a 20, 30. Maybe some of them will do a 40x. So it all depends. That's the thing. When you buy. And I've got some good RWA projects in my private group. I will release them at some point. Polkadot is dog shit. Yes, exactly. Polkadot is awful, bro. It's a dead chain, man. The reason Polkadot pumped last year was because of DeFi summer. So obviously they're a DeFi project. So DeFi projects done really well. It's a layer 1 for DeFi. Of course, it was going to perform. But then they paid influencers up to 40 something K. Well, 40 something million paid to influencers, which is a ridiculous amount of money. And this is why some YouTubers are still talking about Polkadot to this day, because they still on the payment card. They're still getting paid to show Polkadot. That's why you have to be very careful, bro. TARS AI, but IDO still up 10x. Terrible tokenomics when it would be. Yeah, look, yeah, I would buy TARS AI after the next unlock in a few days. Let's see how much it dumps. I would never buy it at like 10, 11 cents. I'll buy it below that. It's not going to give you anything significant. TARS AI will do like anywhere between a 15 to 30x. The tokenomics, the vesting is a bit harsh. That's the only problem with TARS AI. Originally found Octa appealing as it was seen as Render's competitor. What's the best Render competitor in your view? Look, Render in itself is not really a good project. It's a good project, but it's not really a good project because you can't really mine this shit. That's the only thing. That you can't really mine it. If you can't mine a project that's proof of work, then it becomes pointless. Eventually, they're going to have to fix it. Then it'll be worth. But, I don't really look at Octa as a competitor to Render. It doesn't make sense. That doesn't really make sense. Render's decent, but there's better projects than Render, I think. Think logically, right? If Octaspace is claimed to be the competitor of Render, they have no why is no one utilizing them? I'm sure there's plenty of companies utilizing Render, but there's no one utilizing Octaspace. They claim they have partnerships with Coca-Cola, but then if you go into the community, they're asking you guys to give them 400K to pay for exchange listings. So the 2 and 2 don't go together. 1 second they're claiming there's big companies utilizing them, for example, Coca-Cola. The next second they're asking you guys to raise 400K. That's a massive red flag. It shows the project is broke. And this is another concern, right? This has been around since mid 2022, late 2022. So it's not like it's been around, where it hasn't been around for. It's been around for a long time. And the only thing they managed to get is a Mexi listing, which is pretty cheap. Even I can pay for a Mexi listing for a project. If I was to launch a project, I could pay for a Mexi listing very, very quickly. Cash. That's the thing, right? But these guys are a project that's been around for multiple years, cannot pay for listings. That should be a massive red flag. The only concerning thing about this, or the only good thing about this is the chart. The chart looks very good. That's it. The chart looks really good, but this is a 5 to 10x project. A prime example is, oh shit. During the big hype, AI, DePIN, most of them were doing 5x, 10x, 20x, 50x, 100x, 100, 200x. This done a 2x, literally a 2x. Just if you call the exact bottom. So it's very unlikely that this is going to give you anything sufficient. 30% of the supply is staked. At some point, that will get unstaked, and it will cause a decent dump in Octaspace. But this is a very broke project. If you guys were following this, I've been known about this project very long time ago when this was like a few pennies. Like I think it was under 10 cents at one point. I've been known about this for a long time. Or I can't remember. It was around it was between 10 to 20 cents when people were talking about this year, like last year sometime. But then at that time, they got rid of most of their team members because they wanted to do DePIN, VPN, and gaming. But because they couldn't afford the team members, they completely got rid of the gaming side. The VPNs, anyone can make a VPN. It's not that hard, bro. It doesn't really cost crazy amounts of money to make a VPN. And now they've got the DePIN side, but no one's utilizing. That's the problem. And the same thing goes for Dynex. There's not really much, I think this is a close competitor render, but it's not going to give you crazy returns, though. I promise you that. Unless out of the blue, they managed to raise 20, 30 million out of the blue, then fair enough. But there's too many red flags for this project, bro. If you go to their Telegram, one of the CEOs, there's only 2 team members doxed. They have no history of anything on their LinkedIn. So you don't even know what experience these guys have outside of Octaspace, number one. But then one of the CEOs is in the Telegram all day just talking shit in there, which is another red flag. Bullish on Trueflation. I am bullish on it. It's basically like a DePIN RWA project, but more RWA. But it hasn't bottomed out yet, so I'm not going to buy Trueflation anytime soon. Can TET do? I think TET has the potential to do $300. Yes, that would not be hard for TET at all. That'll be like a 35x. I think that's doable. 2 people were shooting at each other, and Trump was not intended target, but who knows? Why is there people shooting at each other in the golf course? That's just stupid in itself. Especially because you can imagine the golf courses that these presidents go to is probably one of the poshest golf courses ever, with a bunch of probably multi-billionaires, millionaires in the golf course. Why is people shooting each other in that environment? That's just stupid in itself. So let's just see. Boys, if you don't follow me, I'll be trolling on Twitter a lot. I was trolling some Casper Maxes earlier. Well, Casper pumped 4%, and some guy put on his he tweeted parabolic move. Casper is ripping, and in there it showed a 4% pump. How is that ripping? Is 4%? Still to start an initial bag of truth as some unique features such as it does touch AI and DePIN, my friend. Exactly. I would buy it closer to seed price and not anything time soon. What's this Twitter thing you speak of? I only know X. Oh yeah, it is X. Let me not say Twitter anymore, bro, before Elon Musk gets mad. Hit me up on that X. What do we think about Relio will drop to 2? I think Relio will come down. Yes, of course, Relio will come. Relio pumped and Tecton pumped because a bunch of shillers were shilling it. The problem with these shillers shilling this stuff is they dump just as hard because people that bought in later, they dump They get scared it's going to go lower, so they sell their bags, and it just leads to a massive chain reaction. All we need is just Bitcoin to come down. You'll see this. You'll see both of them come down. I believe you said on X was the best place to gorge for projects. Yes, that is true, my friend. Oh, there's the comment for Christians. Sunday night, let's smash the like. 100 plus on the stream. Let's make the algorithm push the channel up. Boys, I would appreciate if you guys just take a few seconds out of your time just to drop a like on the stream. It is on the 18th, yes. Appreciate you, my friend Chris. During which part of the 4-year cycle made the most gains? During the bull run, my friend, that's when you make the most gains. You buy them at the right time, and then you don't really sell anything till the bull run. But then by the time, if you bought anything during the FTX crash, that was a good project, you would have been up minimum 50x right now. Minimum. Ross, how you doing, my friend? Very good to see you in here as well. Surprised you woke up a bit late today. Would you sell Ondo? Would you sell Ondo for your picks, Rio, Sensei, or AI Tech? I have a small medium bag of all those. You could. It depends what you want with your portfolio, my friend. Look, Ondo is going to give you a 5, 10x, maybe pushing a 15x, depending on how much it dips. But then my projects that you've just mentioned will give you more returns than Ondo because they're way lower in market cap. 80 likes and G starts shilling metaverse tokens. If you don't hit 80 likes, I will start shilling VR tokens in 2025. In now. I can't believe, I think Gaines made a video on a bunch of metaverse tokens. That's crazy. It will come back at some point, but not this cycle though. Has AI run its course for the moment, a bit like gaming did after its massive run? I think everything has run its course at the moment, my friend. I mean, realistically, just look at the markets since March. Everything has more or less ran the course. Everything is dumped significantly. This is why it's the best time to accumulate. And there's not many good AI projects. That's the problem. That's the thing. Most of these AI projects are just copy and paste. So there's only very few good ones. This is why if you buy the best ones, you perform the best. This is why when I bought AI Tech and AGI, they did 42 to 45x's each. This is the thing. You have to buy the best ones. If you bought OFN or you bought GTAI, they don't like 5x's, 6, 7x's. That's nothing. But because I bought the best ones, they perform the best. This is why I'm bullish on Sensei and all, because they will perform the best. There's not many good projects. There is more better AI projects coming out now, but none of them have good tokenomics. They're very early investor focused. There's a big difference. Sensei, fair launched. Not many, but there's not really any seed or private. Everyone got in at the same price, so it's fair launched. Or is like 65% mining, 10% early investors, and their token is spread across 4 years. So we're not going to see any of that dilution, most of the dilution this bull run. It will come into play in the bear market, but then, it's very unlikely I'll buy all next cycle. I mean, it depends how much. They want to burn 40% of the supply. So if they do that, it could be beneficial to buy all even the next cycle. But then narrative changes. So AI and DePIN might not be the big narrative next cycle. It might be quantum computing. It might be RWA. It might be a new narrative that comes into play. There's different narratives that will be prominent in every cycle. Last cycle was DeFi, layer ones, and gaming. Those are the 3 biggest narratives, because Ethereum gas fees were so high, people were looking for alternatives, and this ETH narrative killer came into play. And this is why most layer ones did really, really well. This is why people are still bullish on those same layer ones that are dead now. Even though layer ones are needed in crypto, but you only need the ones what people are building on the most on. Ethereum is still the king of that. Most people are building on Ethereum. Meme coins are on Solana. I really like BK, and BK is pretty good, my friend. Remember when the GFAL chart looked good. Yeah, GFL chart looked really good. It launched and only went up. Now it's correcting. I would not buy any of those, my friend Khalid. I would not be buying Flux, and I would not be buying that token. They're not worth the investments. Flux is utilized by everyone, but it's not. It's not a good investment because it's not going to give you much money. Even though it's being utilized, that doesn't mean nothing. XP Network, in terms of NFTs, everyone uses them, but just look at the chart; it looks awful. Sometimes when stuff is being utilized, it does not mean it's going to give you money. The whole point of us being in crypto is to make money. We have to pick the best projects that's going to give us money. Sometimes the project that's being utilized the most isn't going to make you much money. So therefore, it's not worth the investment. Have you seen Simon's cat memes? I don't really look into memes, nor do I really care about memes too much, my friend. I bought Octa, 200k Octa, and the only mistake sold. To be fair, if you got Octa for that cheap, 200k, you would have been up a lot of money, bro. Damn. I traded Octa really quick, boy. It was so slow, and I never had the patience to wait for that one. Exactly, my friend. It will come at some point. Like I said, if Trump wins the election, he makes Larry Fink the secretary, of, I don't know, something about secretary. So that's very bullish, because if he becomes secretary, all that means is he's pro Bitcoin, pro crypto. Anyways, it just becomes even better. What's the point of Trueflation? I don't even. Trueflation is RWA coin. They tokenize. That's it. Tokenize and do DePIN as well. They have a data center as well. So the whole point of Trueflation is they use AI, and because of the data hub they have, they basically update the latest news of using the AI aspect of Trueflation, and give you up to date stuff. In the RWA narrative, something along those lines. Let's have a look. That's what I remember from the top of my head. They use AI to basically give you the most up to date I think it's like one of those investment things. Let's have a look right now. Have a look. Infrastructure for real world assets. So drive tokenization of real world for independent, transparent, real time financial data. That's what it is. So they use AI to get very, very accurate data for independent or transparent, whatever, real world assets. So it's stuff like this: USA, Trueflation, there's like different stuff, probably bonds, and but they use the latest up to date data to dictate that, and it's backed by Coinbase as well. That's one of the benefits. I don't think it is listed on Coinbase, is it? Not yet. So this will get listed on Coinbase at some point as well. Tokenized off-chain assets requires precise data feeds. That's it. So whatever they tokenize, you need the good data, accurate data. That's the whole point of this. I don't even know, bro. Maybe he's just trying to stay fit. Today, Sensei airdropped me 500k Sensei for quests. It's good to see, my friend. Very good. Sensei did like a 20k quest marathon thing, and people that participated won very good amounts of the Sensei. Yeah, Ross, they tried to kill Trump again, bro. There's like an assassination attempt again. Check G's info. His X is there. Yeah, so if you want to follow me on X, Crypto God, can you smash the link of my X in the chat, please, so people can follow it? You gave some nice possibilities to get into the lows on Sensei and all for most IOR. Any other picks on OTK I take already ran. Investors are still up big. That is true. I mean, look, with OTK, is very, very few people actually got into the very lows. I was one of them. Same thing with AI tech and AGI. But you got to keep in mind, the reason I still talk about AI tech and AGI is because they're going to get tier one listings. So the pump will continue. If there was no possibilities of AGI and AI tech, getting tier one listings, I would not even be talking about it, because you guys will not make much money from it. It will pump, obviously, but he's not going to get the crazy pumps because they are getting tier one listings. This is why the chances of a pump is a lot higher now. Do you see why I'm still talking about those projects? Is because I know they are going to get tier one listings, and OTK is going to get multiple other listings as well. And if Solana does well, which it will, OTK will follow because it's literally the best gaming project on Solana. There's not many good projects, utility tokens on Solana. This is why the very few good ones do really well. This is why OTK did like 150x for me. Let's take a little ad break, bro. Listen, for you guys that's want to join the private group, I do think there's like 5-6 spots left. And after that, I will close it and I will no longer talk about my private group because unless there's like a spot opens up. But I am limiting mine to 300 people. There's approximately between 5 to 7 spots left in the private group right now. If you guys want to get into it now, the link is in the description for that as well. I've actually pinned it in the chat. That's if you guys want to join. There's very limited spots left now. Once it's closed, it will never open up again. That's the thing. Unless there's like a spot opens up, someone leaves or whatever. That's always the case, obviously. But there is a lot of benefits of joining the best private group in the crypto space. Why? Because I find all these projects before everyone else, and my timing of the market is perfect. Well, not perfect, but is very accurate. Most of my people are still in USDT now. Most of my Patreons are still in USDT. This shows that they listen. This shows that the way they've maneuvered the markets is really wild because we know after the rate cuts, the market dumps. Most people have run out of money and they have become perma-bulls. They call for a bull run every single time Bitcoin goes up 5, 6%, 10%. And then when it recovers, when it dumps, they have a heartbreak. They think what's going on. This is why, if you're in USDT, when it comes down, you utilize those times because it always bounces. You can always trade. There's a lot of benefits. Eventually, we will start getting into private sales as well when the time is right. Now, private sales are pointless, but that's also part of the tier here. And if you guys want a mentorship tier, that's up to you guys. You get a one-to-one consultation with me. If you got a really, really big portfolio or you got large amounts of money and you need some one-to-one guidance, then that's what it's for. Or if your portfolio is really, really messed up and you need help fixing it, then that's basically what it's for, bro. I think after this live stream, will probably get filled out. And I probably won't ever talk about it again. Unless, like I said, if a spot opens up, then maybe. Yeah, look, this is another thing, bro. Like, I do keep it real, my friend. At the end of the day, I want the best for you guys because it doesn't benefit me. If you guys buy a project and it's a shit project and it doesn't do no pump, it doesn't it doesn't benefit you either. But it only takes me a few seconds to tell you why that project might not do well. Because like these other influencers, for example, when people talk about Octaspace, they probably got into Octaspace last year. So it's pointless for them to buy because if Octaspace had the funding to market themselves, had the funding to get more exchange listings, I would tell people to buy Octaspace. Is not a bad project. But because they're broke and they have no money, it's very, very hard for this to get any good exchange listings. It's not gonna. It's very unlikely, bro. Very unlikely. Whereas the likes of AGI and AI Tech, they got large fundings. They got big companies behind them. They can pay for listings. That's why I'm still bullish on them. Read from institution guide today. The RWA is the new DeFi. Read from an institutional guide today. The RWA is the new DeFi as big guys don't invest in scammy profile. But RWA, exactly. Like RWA picks. I dropped 2 RWA picks in a private group. It's not that AI was lagging. AI, the way crypto works, my friend, it works in narratives. That's the way it works. I don't think Gamble Fire is dead either. They all come back at some point. This is the thing. it takes turns. The whole system takes turns to pump. When the Bitcoin ETFs became the main topic, BRC20 pumped. I called Audi at like £2-3. It done crazy amounts of gains. Done a 30x for me because you get into these narratives before they pump. That's the whole point. And I got into gambling coins, FX1 based. This one did crazy numbers for me. And I got this before the narrative pumped. It's the whole point of catching narratives before they pump, but they will pump again at some point because crypto works in narratives. You spend a couple of months on one narrative, then it switches to something else, then it switches to something else, and you go down the list. Eventually, when all the utility tokens are done, meme coins will pump last. That's how it is. There's going to be in between. Some projects will continue to pump. For example, even though RWA only pumped in what's it called? It only pumped in March. Relio was pumping continuously throughout the cycle. This is how it works. Some projects just continuously pump throughout the cycle. No, I think Bitcoin dominance will reach 60%, my friend. I've been in a 60% camp for years now. Shinobi, how you doing, my friend? Rich, how you doing as well? How about layer twos? Layer twos will pump as well for sure. I think when ETF starts, when the Ethereum starts pumping, I do think layer twos will pump as well. They will have their time. But the problem with those narratives is they don't really last as long as other stuff does. So they don't really pump as long as like the likes of AI, RWA, gaming. Gaming pump for like 2 months. I think Alexa is not too bad. I think Alexa is pretty decent. Alexa is like a legit company outside of crypto. Be careful who you listen to. Some influencers shilling you shitty old projects. Yeah, that's the thing, bro. You probably if you listen to any mainstream influencer, they will show you the shit projects. You have to be very careful, bro. The altcoin dailies, the fucking I don't know, like I can't say coin brewer because he's like more news and stuff. Obviously, they buy the top 10 tokens, but the likes of like altcoin daily and these guys, they show you the shit projects. They pay shillers, bro. Sold bigger amounts of my ZF position. I think that's a good move, my friend. ZX is a good DEX token as well. Very good DEX token. Yeah, we bought straight from miners proof of work. That was very hot in 2021. Now it seems dead. I will come back. It will come back every time. Yeah, proof of work always comes back. Proof of work tokens always has a time where it goes parabolic. And if you guys, don't remember Zeph, I don't know if you guys remember this token. This went parabolic. I made like 40x on this in like the space of a couple of weeks. This token right here, Zephyr Protocol. It went from like $1 something all the way to like $40-50 over here. This proof of work narrative goes parabolic at some point. Back down to his all-time high will probably like a 15x. You're not going to get the same amount of gains here because of dilution. Dilution comes into play. So you will not get the same amount. And this is another thing for you min layer holders, right? Those people that's still shilling min layer. Let me just tell you guys something, right? Let me show you guys something actually, just so you guys can understand. People think, oh, if min layer goes back to his all-time high, that's a lot of gains. If, for example, if it goes to like 10, let's say it goes to 10 cents. Oh, if it goes back to his all-time high, is a 10x? No, it's not. I'll tell you why it's not a 10x. Because at the heights, when it was like near $1 or $1, it might have wicked off $1. It was $53 million in market cap. You guys can see this is at the very heights. But then look at the market cap now. It's 21 million. So for this to go back up to his all-time highs, it needs to reach like 200 million. For it to do a 10x, it needs to do 200 million. If it goes back to his all-time highs, market cap-wise, it will be 53 million, which is approximately a 2.5x. So don't look at the price. I've always told you guys, do not look at the price. Look at dilution as well. That comes into play over time. Just want to make you guys aware of that, bro. For those people that's in the min layer camp. Others divided by BTC may lowish bullish diversion outbreak soon. Others divided by BTC testing May lows. Bullish diversion price outbreak soon. I don't think so, my friend. I don't think so. Others is up because money flow is up. Global liquidity is up. That's why the entire market pumped. But I think it's going to hit the top of the trend line and go back down. The market is going to dump. Did you ever look into PIP backed by Coinbase, incubated by Binance? I think I might have, yes. I think I might have looked into PIP. I think the vesting for this was ass, but I'll have a look into it afterwards, Shinobi. I'll have a look into this after. I think the vesting was terrible. Let's go back on this list. I will have a look into PIP afterwards. That's pretty solid though. I had my friend who bought 21 million Casper for 10k. He did well, but sold 95%, unfortunately. Fucking hell, Chris. Yo, 21 million Casper would have given you some crazy returns, bro. That would have actually given you some crazy returns right now. I imagine in a bull run having 21 million Casper. If it goes to $1, bro, you can retire. It's a sad world, bro. It's a sad world. Yeah. Trump said he's gonna make Larry Fink Secretary of State, bro. I think for this next run, Orton Sensei and OTK have the best chances to pump. I think so, yeah. I think all of those three projects have the best pumpermentals. And they are, and as already mentioned, they're gonna get a tier 1 listing. And they've already got good exchanges already. They got tier 2, tier 3s, you know, and they're gonna get a tier 1 as well. They might get multiple, we don't know. OTK and Naka, Sunboy, those are my best picks. I'm not too bullish on the gaming narrative because it's overly saturated. There's too many good gaming projects, so it's hard for all of them to pump. So I only gone with OTK Naka, and as a DGen pick, you can pick any DGen one you want. I don't really care. I just bought Munity, bro. That's it. That's just my pick. You can buy any one you want. The reason I like Munity is because, just think logically, right? Crown right now, if you compare, Crown and Munity, they're not worlds apart. But Crown is $73 million in market cap. If in the bear market, this is the bear market Crown. Even if Munity reaches, let's say half of this, it will still do 100x from the current market cap. If it does 50 million, it'll do more. That's why I say why I say. Just comparing off Crown, which is another horse racing game, but it's the biggest horse racing game. I don't know how much ZK race is. Let's have a look at ZK race. And another thing is, right, if Crown and ZK race performs really well, what do you think is going to happen to Munity? People are going to look for lower cap versions of these. So because Alex Becker is going to show this and is going to pump, people are going to then look for alternative horse racing games that's lower in market cap. And that's where Munity will shine. That's it. 5-6 spots left only. Group filled up mad quick. Yeah, because people see the value Southflex. It has filled up crazy though. I can confirm no one will regret joining. I agree with you. I don't think anyone has regretted joining. No one really leaves my group. People only join. Why would I pay $50 when I pay $100 1 month later? But that's hilarious. Hey, I got no beef with Seth anyways no more. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have a wait list to be fair. You're actually right. Yo, Crypto Lock, I always see you comment. That's funny, bro. Mr. Bud, how you doing, my friend? I've been all right, man. How you been? That's actually hilarious, bro. I'm taking that advice and loading USDT mainly just for small DCS. My friend, I think that's the best thing to do. I think everyone, look, I give out a little bit too much alpha on my live stream, but I don't care. I want to help you guys out as well. Everyone should stay in USDT right now. There's too much uncertainty in the market right now. If the league said they're going to cut by 50 basis points. If they cut by 50 basis points, it means that they are scared they have broken something in the markets. All the retards will think 50 basis points, oh my God, the market's so bullish. They're going to get so happy. They're going to start buying. And then all the big players will start dumping on you. This is what's going to happen because at 50 basis points signals the Fed has broken something and they're nervous about something, which leads to a sell off in the markets. Just keep that in mind. At 50 basis points means there's a chance of a hard landing. At 25 basis points brings it means the Fed is still not scared at the moment. So there's a chance of a soft landing. So keep in mind on the 18th is going to be an important date. I will be live streaming on the 18th for you guys. What the fuck? Solana DeFi slowed them, got arrested smuggling. What the fuck? Yo, why would you smuggle 20k condoms? That's actually funny. So many, probably, I'll guarantee there's so many scammy projects on Solana, bro. It's crazy. People are great, 2 out of 10. Appreciate that, Southflex. Illuvium still loved by big YouTubers. I don't know why, but I think Illuvium must have paid a bunch of big YouTubers, bro. That's why they still love it. Anyone with a brain would know that this project is good as dead. It will pump 5x, 6x, 7x. But I'm not here to waste the biggest bull run for 5 to 10x, bro. Like I said, you want to get the most money. Relio is up from all-time low, which is very high. Does it matter from the vesting? There's no vesting for Relio, my friend. Relio is 100% in circulation. Well, not 100%. It's like 80% in circulation, 90% in circulation. But the remaining tokens comes out in 35 years. So you're not going to live. Some of you might not even live to see that long. Some of us will not even be in crypto that long. We'll be retired. How can you even sell 21 Casper DCA out? Yeah, you just DCA out, bro. He probably made a lot of money, bro. Realistically, he made a shit ton of money. So I don't even feel sorry for him. Self-flex, so crazy, bro. Used to have Zeph, is new kind of stable coin with more collateral, sold at $6 because it went down. Yeah, the thing is, it has gone down. It probably will recover, but when the narrative takes off, there's not many proof of work tokens, so they will pump at some point. Yes. Softflex, you're crazy, bro. I think when ETH starts pumping, you'll see real big pumps in alts in the move. I do agree with you. I do think in the short term, if ETH pumps, it will suck liquidity out of the altcoins in the short term. However, once the market gets heated up, it will when Ethereum goes higher, it will cause the alts to go parabolic. Christian, I appreciate you, my friend, for the €6 again. We're almost at 100 likes. Let's smash the 15 to go. Let's do it for G. I've been live for 1.5 hours. Damn, that went quick. Hustler, how you doing, my friend? Hold 100k immunity. Have so much conviction in your project. Team has been building. Worst case scenario, the project can do 50, 100. I don't agree. I don't disagree with you, my friend. I think the team has been building a lot, recently. Just go look at all their partnerships. I think they've done like 10 partnerships in 1 month, which is very good to see. And they still have 2 more games coming out, and they got another exchange listing as well. There's a lot of things that the community is to look forward to. There's quite a few things, and because it's cross-platform and it's esports, I think it will do decent, in my opinion. Munity is successor and better version of D-Race. 100%, bro. 100%. Munity is way better than D-Race. D-Race only has 1 game. Munity has 3 games. Munity is esports. It also does DeFi as well. Keep that in mind. It does staking and lending a little bit as well. And their backbone look, the team behind Munity is the same team that made Sandbox. Just look at the success of Sandbox. It's the same team that made Sandbox. That's why I don't really see it rugging. I don't really see it rugging. But look, it should be a very small percentage of your portfolio, guys. I just want to make this, this has to be stressed. It has to be 1% of your portfolio or less. There's other projects that's a lot safer that you can afford to put more money in that can still give you good returns. Do you see Bitcoin drop below 55K in November, December before a real pump? I think Bitcoin will go way below 55K, my friend. Way below 55K. Believe that. I thought you said it was bullish a couple of weeks ago. No, I didn't say 50 basis points bullish. I said it will be bullish leading up to the rate cut. So, for example, now, because because they leaked a 50 basis rate cut, the market pumps into the rate cuts and then sells off. So, yes, a 50 basis points is bullish only leading up to into the rate cuts. That's why we went from like 54K all the way to 60K now. This is what I meant, my friend. It is bullish short term, but after the rate cuts, it means that big players are gonna sell off, my friend. That's all it means. But it is bullish short term leading up to the rate cuts. If the Fed got leaked and only said 25 basis points, the market wouldn't have even pumped. We would have traded sideways. But because they leaked 50 basis points, the market rallied. Kudos will merge to ASI as well. I sold that shit. Really? Fucking hell, man. They're trying to merge everything in that project. Do you not think Oats dumping a bull run is not the biggest since money surely will start entering into the narrative? Maybe one by one, not all at once, but its dump is too hated. Do you think that this oat dump in a bull run is not just the biggest since? I think so, yeah. I think it is. I don't really class this as a bull run. Look, this cycle is completely different because it's a business cycle. We haven't really experienced a full business cycle yet. This is the only full business cycle we've experienced. In a business cycle, when we're in quantitative tightening, what happens is Bitcoin leads in that cycle. So then there's going to be, obviously there's always altcoins that do really well, but in general, if you look at the top 100 tokens, Bitcoin has outperformed most of them because it continues to go higher as dominance goes higher, because it sucks liquidity out of the top 100 coins into Bitcoin. There's always some low caps that go parabolic. That doesn't mean nothing to the general market. So then in the QT phase, Bitcoin goes through a bull run. In the QE phase, the altcoins go through an alt season. This is why we have to wait for QE. This is why the rate cuts is a move forward to QE. We have to see if the Fed adds to the balance sheet on the 18th. That will be a big indicator. Yeah, we rallied too hard. The ETS rally just brought us out completely out the general cycle. And this is why if Bitcoin goes down to the 40K region, it's following the normal cycle. But because of the ETFs, we went way too ahead of schedule, and now we're coming back down to schedule. That's why people can't fathom it, because they didn't think alts would drop this much. But we in QT is different. The Fed is taking out of their balance sheet, so they're stuck in liquidity, because the whole point of the job of the Fed is to make you guys as retail feel poor, so you don't have no demand. He's trying to bring down demand. If you guys, if all your altcoins are going parabolic, you're going to feel richer and you're going to start spending more, so demand goes higher. This is why they need to crash stocks, crypto, the whole market, in order for inflation to come down. That is the job of the Fed. This is why our altcoins are bleeding. This is why you have to be very careful how you maneuver in a business cycle. It's different to other cycles. In QT, Bitcoin leads the charge. Dominance goes really high. Money gets sucked out of the top 100 coins into Bitcoin. Like I said, there's always low micro caps that pump. It doesn't matter. That's the whole. That's what my channel's for. We find them, but we're talking about the general market now. And then in QE, the Bitcoin goes higher, but dominance comes down, and then that's when we start seeing alt season. That's it. Is that simple? It's not that hard. Anytime, my friend, happy. Anytime. How many percentage should be the safety net for a 10K portfolio? I think it should be 10%. 10%, my friend. What's my take on WagMe Games? WagMe Games is terrible, bro. Yeah, I would save Happy. I would save Happy as seat, boss. Happy is he's been active in my he's been in my other group for a long time. He's been in my free Telegram group for a very long time. He understands, all the shit that I've done in there. How long do you predict this dip to be with the rate cuts? It depends how fast we move, Ashraf. It depends how quick and where we come down to. Like I said, if they cut 25 basis points, the market will not dump as much. If we cut 50 in October, the market will dump. Now, the reason everyone is saying October is going to be bullish, I don't think that's going to be the case because of the uncertainty of the election. So, because people don't know who's going to win the election, the market tends to get uncertain. And I think October will be red, in my opinion. There will be a time in October where the market is going to dump just because of the uncertainty of the rate cut. No one knows who's going to win. One candidate is pro Bitcoin, crypto. One candidate is anti. So because of that uncertainty, there's a good chance. I don't want to say it's guaranteed. No one can predict the future, but I do think there's a good chance that the market could go either trade sideways or go down due to the uncertainty of the election. I think Sue will perform well, my friend. I think Sue is a good token. What happened? What happened? I think the membership's almost packed out. Now, let me see. Looks like there's one less spot now. Someone else just joined as well. Smash the like. Chris will pay everyone's membership for a month. We need Alpha Cry to start giving out memberships, bro. 96 likes, Anissa. Thank you very much. You're on your 5th account now. What's your face on prop base is a worth bear swap to Sensei? I think prop base is good, my friend. I think you should keep prop base. It's a good RWA project. 97 likes, 3 more likes. Boy, start making some alt accounts. Minus selling, exhausted, whales not selling, ETF flips positive. Who has to bring the price down below 55k again? The rate cuts, my friend, my rate cuts will bring the price down significantly. You think that these guys are not selling? You don't know, my friend. They're probably not selling now because the market is bullish. But I guarantee you, once the rate cut happens, it's going to be a different story. No way, it's Cliff Art. Cliff Art, how you doing, my friend? What's a better trade, Chirply or EMC? I think Chirply is more safer than EMC. EMC has too much uncertainties with the tokenomics. I don't even know what the vesting schedule for EMC even is. There's no way to even access it. Right, thinking of old season, what happened after the election? Oh yeah, definitely, bro. Look, if Trump wins, the market will be bullish, 100%. But it will be very short term because what tends to happen is if one side wins, the other side likes to sabotage the other side. So they could do a massive crash in the markets. You know, I think the data that's coming out now, especially with inflation, isn't correct. Inflation did not come down that much because if you look at inflation on most things, it did not come down that much. It came down like 0.2, 0.02 on most things. But what made inflation come down was transit going deflationary, which is not a good thing. You don't want stuff to go deflationary. This is what caused inflation to come down. I think that's manipulation, bro. 100 likes reached. Fucking brilliant. Dynex coming down, good for DXY coming down. Yeah, DXY coming down is good for BBDC. But you have to realize, Ivo, the reason DXY is coming down is because the 2-year bond and the 10-year bond has taken a dive. Now, one of them, even if one of them reverses, the DXY will go up and Bitcoin will come down. You have to take that in consideration, my friend. And gold is creeping higher as well. Rates about to be cut, which is good for crypto. No, it's not, my friend. Last time we had the rate cuts in 2019, the market dumped 50-60%. It's good long term, but it's very short term. So yes, in 2025, it will be very, very good for crypto. However, in the short term, the market sells off because the reason the Fed is cutting rates is because the economy is slowing down, my friend. This is why they're cutting rates. Their goal is 2%. We're at 2.6%. Oh, yeah, long term. Yeah, Brendan. Yeah, you're right. Long term is very good for crypto because then they start turning the printers on slowly. It's very good for crypto, the rate cuts. Almost said BBC instead of nah, you guys are gay, bro. What the hell? How low do you think AI tech can go for our limit orders? It could, I think the lowest AI tech will go would probably be like 5 cents, maybe wick down to 5 cents. It's very unlikely it will go lower than that. Very unlikely. Now you're tripping, bro. I promise you're tripping. That did not come out my mouth. Yeah, I think I think Southflex is hearing things, bro. Southflex is hearing what he wants to hear. That's what Southflex is doing. He's hearing what he wants to hear, bro. Do I like Layer AI? I think Layer AI is decent. The only thing I've been very open about Layer AI in terms of why I don't like it. Number one, it's $30 million a market cap. Why would you buy this when there's projects like Alt? You see what I'm saying, Brendan? There's no reason for you to buy Layer AI, which is almost fully diluted now, when you can buy Alt, which is a brand new project and has not experienced a bull run. Let's just look at the market cap. Let's see if Layer AI market cap's on here. Let's see how much dilution this is. Please have it. Please have it. Yes. Think, what the fuck is this, bro? This is bullshit. It's not $4 million in market cap, bro. Layer AI, let's have a look, bro. Layer AI market cap is very, very high, bro. I think people are mistaken. The market cap is $25 million in market cap. Don't look at this and think the market cap is 4 million. It's not. The dilution, it's been around for a long time. The dilution has come into play. It's been around well over a year now. So you have to take in consideration, right? This is fully diluted now. It's not going to pump to the same level. Back to its all-time highs, it went to 25 million, 27 million. That's the market cap now. The most this will do is a 10x. It was good once upon a time because the market cap was so low. It was easier to pump. Now the market cap's a lot higher. It's not going to pump as much. And the reason I don't like this is because they originally launched as a project called Chain GPT or Chat GPT or some bullshit on KuCoin. Within like a week or two, they rugged it, and then they relaunched Layer AI. Even though the product is decent, it's not a bad project completely, but you have to take in consideration the dilution. The teams getting their tokens, the vesting is quite harsh. You know, $22 million a market cap. That's the market cap. $22 million a market cap. It's too high a market cap for my liking, bro. You know, by next year, it's gonna be almost fully diluted, bro. I don't really know. This could do a 10x, no more than that, bro. 200 million. You know, that's what a good project did last cycle. You might go there, you might not. But it's not $4 million a market cap. It's like either 29 or 22 between that region. I think it's sometimes some of these tokens don't come into thingy, but the market cap is $25 million a market cap, my friend. It's too high for my liking. Not the rate cuts itself crash the markets, but the fact the Fed sees a chance of it. Exactly. That's a good way to explain it, Miffy. The rate cuts itself is bullish, but is the reason why the Fed is cutting rates because they may have pushed the economy too far, and therefore, for example, unemployment is creeping higher. This is why the Fed is cutting rates because they're nervous about unemployment. That's why, bro. That means they've broken something. I think it's too early. The best one that I know for quantum computing is Quanks because they do no code. They do no code. So that means they can code in any language. This is the best one. It's too high a market cap, 60 million, but this is the best one. It's been resilient though. It's been very resilient. When is alt season? It will be next year, my friend. I think the market will start getting bullish next year. Just survive this year. Next year, you will be a happy man smooth. If everyone survives this year, you will be rich next year. That's what I can guarantee you that. If you survive this year, though, you will be in a decent amount, a good amount of money next year. The reason most people don't make money in crypto is mainly because they don't survive during these times. They think the market is going to be dead. They don't understand macros. They don't understand how the cycle works. They sell everything. They take their losses and they don't come back. And then that always catches up to them in the bull run. This is why very few people make money in crypto, because they don't survive. They don't stay that long. Because the problem is most people put too much money in crypto that they need in the real world. When it starts going down, they start panicking and selling because they need that money. You shouldn't do that. You should have a reasonable amount in your savings so you don't have to sell your crypto. That's the whole point. So do not go 100% in the markets, have nothing in your bank account, nothing to fall back to, because this stuff takes long time to play out. People think they always hear some story of some stupid retard that made millions of a meme coin. One lucky guy out of fucking billions. One guy got lucky and they hear the story. They come into crypto and start thinking it's some sort of fucking 100x machine. You can do it, but it's very hard. You lose money before you make 100x, my friend. TET is that's completely fine, bro. TET is bigger than all. I would probably potentially put more into Sensei and all because they haven't experienced the run yet. Would you put this into Sensei, G Swift? Would you get into? I would as a trade, yeah. When the gaming narrative is hot, I will buy some G Swift. It will do okay. There you go, my friend. Exactly. It could take a year to play out, but just that recession scare could drop the markets. That's the thing. The markets has not priced in a recession scare yet. This is why I say don't go into, stay in USDT for now. What did James say above? Hold on. Jenny Yellen announced there's essentially going to be a soft landing, and her and Joe Biden are proud to announce there won't be a recession. Her Joe Biden we're right says But I don't trust these fuckers, bro. You gotta think logically, right? Think logically for a second. If there was no chance of a recession, would the Fed be cutting 50 basis points? And would Warren Buffett and some of these other big players, stay in cash right now? I don't think they would be. You're right. Inflation hasn't come down, hardly at all. We might have had a couple of months where slowed printing, but the economy hasn't fully absorbed it yet. 100%. We're still getting data for July. We're now in September. So these are all lagging indicators. They'll catch up to us at some point. Yep, you've said 100%. You've said bullish, but never mind. Is only bullish short term, my friend. Long term, long term is bullish, but a 50 basis points will signal to the markets that the Fed is scared. ETH, yeah, it did actually. The Bitcoin ETH ratio put in a new low, and it's gone below the 0.4 wristband, which is a good time to accumulate some Ethereum if you want to trade short term, because at some point it always bounces. I think the ETH Bitcoin pair will bottom out after the first rate cut. It has historically. Go look in 2019. The ETH Bitcoin pair bottomed out after the first rate cut. So I would potentially take ETH as a trade. I will potentially do that. Appreciate you. I love BTC. Good to see you as well. Also, the fact that she announced a soft landing should indicate there's no need to lower the rates. There you go. The amount they lower, which they know going to indicate how trouble they're in. But these guys are just waffling, bro. These guys will chat as much shit as possible now to make Camilla look better. But then if she loses, watch how they fuck up the economy. Watch what they do, bro. No, I said that it's bullish short term leading into the but that's not a bad idea either. 50 basis points is bullish because the market will rally into it. If you go look at the predictions, you will see that 50% expect a 50 basis points, 50% expects a 25, but that 50% pumps up the markets. I'll have a look at coins later, my friend. 2 hours in, almost 2 hours in. I can't be bothered to look into coin reviews right now, to be honest. Will we have 8-hour streams in a bull run? I think you guys, I'll probably do 24-hour streams in a bull run and just not get off my chair. My biggest challenge was selling mirror now. The fuck? Southflex casually talking about Clash of Clans. Yo, G, I finally caught up on your live. OZ, great channel. What do you think of QF? Crater, good to see you. Let's have a QF. I've never heard of that project. Quantum Fusion, I have heard of this actually. I'm not too bullish on the quantum computer narrative, my friend. This is the project that launched recently, right? Yeah, it did. Revolutionize parallel computing. Quantum fusion leverages the power of high machine state-of-the-art parallel. Envisions. This looks like a trade. Tax for marketing. Yep, of course. Yeah, I wouldn't really buy this, my friend, unless it's like a trade. This looks like a decent trade. That's it. No docs theme. It's not one that I would put large amounts of money in, to be honest with you. Entries for Sensei and Altbro, please. If you don't hold a single bag of any of them, Alt right now is not a bad DCA long term. This is lower than what I got in, to be fair. So this is not too bad long term. Like I said, DCA. Don't go buy a bulk now and it drops and start crying, bro. Just DCA accordingly. Sensei, if it goes below 0.1, that would be a very good DCA long term, my friend. Yeah, so you joined. Bro, I'm not going to stay in that shit clan, bro. That clan is shit. No one even talks in there. Tech executives been selling stocks and cashing out since March. Exactly, bro. They know something's going to happen. But these fuckers know. These fuckers are all like aligned and they kind of linked up together. So, of course, these guys get the heads up. You have to do what the big players are doing, bro. And the big players right now are staying in cash. Therefore, I will stay in cash as well because, like I said, stock market is at all-time highs. Even if it drops 20%, there has to be a narrative to make the stock market drop 20%. That same narrative will crash the crypto market as well. So if you're in cash, you can capitalize, make money in the short term. Seb started to talk. Fed is too late. Recession on the horizon. 0.1. Yeah, that's our hope is 0.5, but I've been stacking up cash, bro. 24-hour stream of sell alerts. That's what it's gonna be. Thanks for the stream, Alpha. See you. Chris, thank you very much, my friend, for the donations as well. Appreciate the support as well, Chris. Appreciate you a lot, my friend. Oh, Block is decent actually. I think Block is not too bad. Is this a new token? Was it Block Assets? 60 million Solana. One project I did like, but it went too parabolic is ATR. This one parabolic, bro. Done some fucking stupid gains like 4x in a very short period of time. This one pissed me off. This one did. Oh shit! It's like the karate combat. This looks like a betting thing. This could do well at some point. Fully diluted. It's a bit too niche. It's not going to give you crazy returns, but I personally wouldn't even buy it. Chris, thank you for paying for my membership this month. This clan is ass. It is ass, bro. All right, boys. Let's wrap up this live stream. Appreciate all of you guys. This is the first 2-hour live stream I've done in a long time. It has been a very, very successful live stream. I think we had a time went very, very quick. I appreciate every single one of you that came down today. Hope you guys have a lovely day. Drop a like if you haven't already done so. You can subscribe and put your notifications on, and you guys will get alerted when I go live. I do go live very, very often. I will do a 3-hour live stream one of these days, bro. Do I have Aerodome? I do not have Aerodome, buddy. Aerodome is very high in market cap for my liking. I'm more of a degen investor. Aerodome will do well, just based on the fact that it's the main DEX for base, so it will do well. Not going to give you crazy returns, my friend. Don't expect Aerodome to give you 50x. It'll give you like a 10 to 10x, 10, 12x, something like that. Between 5 to 15x. That's a good range. What's Aero's market cap now? Let's have a look. Fucking hell, it's 400 million, bro. This might do like a 10x, maybe a 15x, 10 to 15x. I know. 400 million market cap, bro. 10 to 15x. Ross, that's actually true, Another hour, we are here. Another hour, here we go. Should I just hit another hour? Fuck it. No, Octaspace is not good. But let me check the markets real quick. 1 second. I'm on my phone checking the markets. Really, is coming down nicely now. Even Munity took a little dump today. Most likely will recover. Bricken is going parabolic. Fucking hell. It's definitely not Galaxy, bro. It looks like we're going to get some good buying opportunities very soon. Dominance seems to be creeping higher now, which is sucking liquidity out of the altcoins. Yup. All right, boys, let's wrap up this live stream. Let me go eat some food, bro. 2 hours is a very, very long time to stream. 1 more hour, there's nothing to talk about anyways. I'll see you guys in the chat anyways. Where's my ending stream screen? There it is.